Ladies and gentlemen, I'm itching, I'm scratching to play college football 25, so I decided to go ahead and do a few tier lists. We're going to be hitting the Big 10, SEC, Big 12, and ACC today. I am going to be recording some videos for YouTube, so I'm going to be redoing some intros, but just for the stream. And if you're watching this as a VOD, we're going to be knocking out these. Please forgive the occasional YouTube lock in, lock out, lock in. You feel me? Like it's about to happen right now. I'm itching. I'm fiending. College football 25 is right at our grips, all right at our fingertips, and I just want to play it. But right now, what I'm going to do is going to help you. I'm going to teach you the best teams to pick in Dynasty by ranking Big 10 teams. Now, Big 10 probably shouldn't be one of your first options to do it, but that's why it's important to start here. There's a lot of historic teams in the Big 10, right? But there's also a few teams that are new, a few teams that haven't had as much notoriety, and some few teams that have had a past and a history, but they need a flame to be reignited. I will be rating them, off nice uniforms. Duh, that's going to be a heavy thing. I mean, you ain't got unis, you can't recruit. I'm going to be rating these bad boys on, of course, like I said, the history, the potential, the conference, which is the Big 10, and just the overall fun ability, including playbook and situations and situationships. Okay, so let's get at it. Let's do it. So, I don't know what's wrong with this one, but Illinois isn't down here, but this is like the best one I could see. But no Illinois, so we're going to start with the Fighting Illini. Boom, slapping A tier, right? Out there in Illinois, clean, smooth, easy uniforms, right? I'm not hating on them. I'm not mad at them. I feel like, they haven't really had the biggest and boldest as of late. Recently, the biggest and boldest histories when it comes to success in college football world. I feel like they're not the national team. They're not the national team, not the household team. I think there's some good options here to really take someone who a team people don't really think about often, right? And can really propel them to another level in space and place. I mean, cool location. I like the blue and the orange. I like the big eye. I mean, what's wrong with the Fighting Illini? Michigan State University. I want you to know there's not going to be a lot of S tiers. I'm trying, especially in the Big 10. Look, the new uniforms are amazing. I don't know what to tell you, dog. That new little Trojan joint they got going on with the stripe and the white and the black. It's smooth. It's easy. It's crispy. I like what they did. I'm really appreciating everything they got cooking over there, and I just want to see more of it. Michigan State's had some ups and downs. They've had some appearances at the big stage in different bowl games, and so they have a deep historic past. A lot of players they've sent to the NFL. Like that, it's a big time program, but as of late, it's just been an embarrassment, an absolute embarrassment. Michigan, it's D tier. Mostly, if it wasn't for them just being dominant for these last 2 years in the Big 10 specifically, I'd probably put them at like a B tier. For as much hate, or not as much hate, but for as much as it seems like Michigan don't got them uniforms, they can drip and drown, right? They can be with the playoff pants, the maize joints, the white joints. I mean, they can step out for real. They've got an interesting fan base. We can get into that. They got an interesting fan base. Sent plenty of people to the NFL. Lots and lots of history out there with them Wolverines. But if you win a championship, you cannot be chosen for a dynasty. Definitely not your number one team. I'll let you know that right now. You'll be bored. You'll have some defensive talent and everything else to deal with. But coming in this year, they are going to be lacking offensive talent. But it don't matter, man. We've seen y'all. Bye-bye. I don't want to, whatever. Go back to relevance for a little bit. It's how college football works. Them Hoosiers. B. I'm just not a fan of red teams, dog. I feel like red teams is kind of crazy. Everybody's red team. But upsides, Indiana, decent uniforms. I know you're about, what about 4 minutes in this video? You're starting to realize a lot of weights in the uniforms. Yes, dog, because I'm gonna recruit. I'm going to get in the transfer portal, okay? And by the way, did you like the video? Are you subscribed? Do you know that we're doing daily college football videos on this channel? Information, gameplay, everything in betwixt. Get with it, big dog. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, the uniforms are going to be a heavyweight. I'm going to be hitting the transfer portal. I'm going to be recruiting new people. Yeah, this team is just a shell. I just need a decent conference. Maybe 1 year of decent play. In a nasty set of uniforms and maybe a beautiful landscape to absolutely play some foosball on. So as far as Indiana, Caitlin Clark is out there doing what she doing, how she doing. I ain't got no business being out there. Red Hoosiers. It's just not inspiring me, dog. The pitchfork thing, the whole I'm out of it. Give me an A. Check this out. Look, another quote unquote boring uniform set, but I like their blackouts. I like the Steeler block numbers. I like how smooth and crispy the black and the yellow is. I'm not mad at that. More funny-ish. Offense has been horrendous for maybe like the last decade. They've been the laughing stock of the Big Ten, especially when it comes to offense. So if you go in to trying to build this team, decent option, right? Again, it's a big house, I would say household brand. They do send people to the NFL at a decent rate. They are in competition for a little bit of that old tight end U. So I think Iowa is going to be a good team to have in Dynasty, right? But it's not going to be the top tier elite. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to have all the uniform options. Actually, now that we're talking about it, beat them boys, right? Not enough uniforms, not enough situations. It's just funny to rebuild them. What's up, Chris? Appreciate you. And if you're watching this on YouTube as the video, man, don't be afraid to check us out live too. I told you we do this live. Back to it. Them Terrapins, Maryland. Ooh, give them an A. Check this out. I love the uniforms. I know that's where we're starting every time. But let's not start with uniforms this time. How about just the cool history? The tongue of a lugga that used to go there. The Stephon Diggles that went there. Like the interesting placement of old Maryland, right? They've got a little bit of a past, a little bit of a history, a rich culture out there in Maryland. They're going to be a beautifully set up situation to go ahead and be that offensive coordinator or head coach, defensive coordinator, whatever you want to do, however you start your coaching career. In the Big Ten, they are an unsung hero. They're known as a team that just upsets and does, shot in the dark things. That's it. This isn't a top tier team. With some cool uniforms, some cool history, some decent NFL players. Give me Maryland at A tier. Why not? Hey, man, back-to-back A. I'm smacking these A's, dog. It's not gonna be a lot in S tier. If I put you in S tier, that basically means you're in my top 8. You're in my top 5. Them Minnesota Badgers. When I say these uniforms are probably the best in the Big Ten, I'm not going to say it twice because I already said it nice enough. Look. Minnesota's got clean uniforms. They've got a decent history. They've been bubbling. They've had years where they get some coverage, some talk about it. Maybe they got some decent bowl coverage, but they've never really broken through like a Michigan has, even like an Oregon has, even like any of these other teams to be real nationwide notoriety style things. Look, Minnesota is going to be a very, very nice, easy, smooth, cool conversation to have at your top dynasty game when you decide to go ahead and hop on it. God dang it, these Cornhuskers put them at B. I can't do it with these former blue bloods that are on the rise. You got Dylan Raiola up there, home skillet biscuit, the ex-Baylor boy, the ex-Carolina guy, head coach up there. I forgot his name. Rulius? I don't know. He can coach some college football, though. Losing to a 4-8 team last year is not great. I will tell you that. They're rebuilding on their own, so to be honest with you, you're not going to get a lot of points from me if you go rebuild these boys. Decent uniforms. I like the throwbacks. I like the blackouts. I like the situations. They've sent some decent NFL players out to the league there too. Lots and lots and lots of history from Nebraska. It's not my favorite choice, but it's not a bad choice because I've been sucking on eggs for the past decade. This is just part 1. All right, we're gonna roll into part 2 in just a brief second, man. Part 1 of Big Ten. Wait. You know what? Nah, forget all that part 1, part 2 stuff. I'm thinking about it. We only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Let's crank these out and really give them what they want. Northwestern. Interesting situations that have been going on right there. I feel like legally I can't really talk about what they got going on. They win that lawsuit about they can just pay their play. Weren't they the reason? Isn't it? I don't know. I'm confused. They're purple. The goth uniforms are fire. Didn't they have a lawsuit? I don't know. It looks like a sideways Z. I don't know. Your state. Just been the most underachieving team of the last decade. I don't know what else to tell you about Ohio State. If you choose them, you're silly. They've got the most talented team in the nation right now, and I guess you could swap them out. And again, Shell. Cool uniforms, decent swip outs, decent switch outs, decent things that you can do here, there, and everywhere. So from a dynasty standpoint, it's not awful when you look at it, but just the fact that it's Ohio State, we've been looking at it. We're gonna see them probably in the playoffs. Who cares, dog? Let's keep it moving, keep it pushing. Oregon D. I'm over it, dog. I'm over it, dog. When I was in middle school, I loved neon green too, but we've got to get past it at some point, right? We can't just say our gimmick is having 1,000 uniforms and that's what it is, Oregon, okay? I'm done, dog. Just stick to some uniforms, stick to something, start winning some more games. And like, oh, well, but they've been good the last few years. They've been good. They've always been good. They've always been decent. They've always been sometimes that, sometimes that. Can they do something? Look, they'll be a playoff team. They're going to be a talented team. I'm just tired of it, man. Shout out to DeAnthony Thomas. Shout out to Marcus Mariota. Shout out to, Oregon was cool to like. Now I want them to do something great. But more importantly, in Dynasty, dude, do you want to be shifting through that many uniforms? It's a liability how many uniforms they have, and they're going to have. It's ridiculous. Penn State, I mean, they have an elite track record with NFL players, amazingly historic. They have 2 uniforms. I don't know what to tell you, dog. It's too much history, too many things going on right there. Why, as someone who's playing Dynasty, are you choosing Penn State? I have no idea, big dog. Purdue. That's going to be an A tier, dog. Purdue. Besides old Drew Brees, and I hope I'm not getting that wrong. Golly, I know he played for some gold team. I probably got it wrong. But besides Drew Brees, I'm just going with it. Don't know too much about the old Boilermakers, but I like the black and the gold. They've got some decent unis. They've got a decent story. You can make him shake. You can make him shimmy. I feel like you can write a lot of different passes. Look, I don't know a lot about Purdue. The Purdue fans are going to come in here talking about, hey, dog, we really get down like that back in 1957. And I guess, dog, I like the black and gold. So let's put him A. I don't know about him. You don't know about him. So let's throw him in there. Rutgers. Going to be a B tier. Rutgers money line, dog. What are we talking about? Pick them in your dynasty for your third playthrough. Yeah, go ahead and pick the Scarlet Knights, dog. Yeah, this is not my first, but hey, Rutgers money line. What are we talking about? UCLA. You know what? Both of these. Why? Unless you're going to take them and send them back to the Pac-2, both of these at the same time, there's no reason to be using neither of these underachievers out there lollygagging. They just been lollygagging in the Pac-12, letting Oregon win it, letting Utah win it, letting BYU try to nip at it. USC and UCLA was nothing. I mean, obviously back then in the 05s and the 90s or whatever, but these modern days ain't been good for the twin sisters out there in California. The quote unquote blue blood standards. I know UCLA is more blue blood in basketball, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. No, it's a big no for me, dog. USC can suck a corn cob. UCLA, ugh. Josh Rosen, ugh. Washington, sorry about it, boys. But again, recent success. This isn't Washington's first dance in the college playoffs. In the 14 playoff, they've had multiple visits. So, I mean, the Huskies are a great program, right? Great uniforms. It's just too boring. Use them in head-to-head. Use them in online head-to-head. Awesome. The offense is probably going to be great. They're probably reloading with more high-ass wide receivers out there. It's Washington, Wisconsin. Again, too much history, too much situations going right there. Not a lot of uniforms. I'm not sold on it. Here's the tier. If you need to pick a dynasty team and you're stuck on the Big Ten, Michigan State is your choice. They've got the best uniforms. They've got the most tumultuous pass. They've got the most funniest things that have happened to them. They've got history. They have good things. They've got great throwbacks. They've got a whole situation, a beautiful blank slate for you to come in there, pause, and take over what you want to do, okay? So if you're looking for a Big Ten team in the Dynasty, you figured it out. It's goddamn Michigan State. You leave a like on this video if you like it, dislike on this video if you like it. What team is your rest tier? What team would you pick if you were picking in the Big Ten? Let me know down below. That was not bad, huh? I mean, we gotta for a Dynasty situation. I don't think this is bad for the Big Ten. Let's go ahead and hop over to the old SEC and do the same old thing the right way, the same way, the shame way. You feel me? No segue. Now I'm a little more knowledgeable in the SEC, so this should be a little better. College football 25 can't get here close enough. I'm palpitating. I'm shaking. I've already taken off the whole next week to make content, to play the game, and to be at one with peace with the beautiful college football guys. Now, today, we are giving you a guide on if you need to use an SEC team for some reason. If you need to use an SEC team, a dynasty, this is going to be your guide to know which ones to pick, which ones not to pick. They're going to be ranked on uniform. They're going to be ranked on the history. They're going to be ranked on if they've been relevant and decent in these past years. You don't want to pick a powerhouse. That's boring, okay? Nobody wants to do that. How fun all overall is going to be the real compilation, real thing, how we're measuring. How fun is it to remaster you guys? How fun is it to take y'all to the greatness, right? And don't be afraid to give uniforms as a heavy weight on this. Look, it's supposed to be a shell for us to do what we need to do. All right, OU, boom, too much history. They ran the Big 12. Actually, a lot of uniform options, great uniform options, but I know they ain't got no natty boombaladi sumbaladdies, but I mean, it's just kind of boring. They've been great. They've produced NFL talent. That's a franchise or a program you can be dang proud of. And I'm a Texas fan. I'll give them their records. Hey, y'all do what y'all do. We'll see you in goddamn Red River, though, son. Speaking of them, hey, we are even lower, dog. We don't even have two uniforms, dog. The other uniform, we just put a number on the side of the helmet. That's it, dog. I'm begging for us to use a black. I'm begging, dog. But we do have the best all white uniforms in all of college football. Holla at me. We know this. We know this, right? Like, we know this. You only have one uniform. But that wouldn't be as big of a deal if they wouldn't have won 7,000 championships in the last 10 years. So you get what I'm saying here, dog? Like, why would you ever choose Alabama? You can't choose Alabama for a dynasty for another 12 years as long as they don't win another 17 championships in those next 12 years. Count the math. I don't know. Nick Saban has championships coming out of that. No, of course not, dog. They're back-to-back big dogs. They've already got a great talent. They're going to be Kirby Smart's going to be wheeling out Chargers and wheeling in 5 stars like you've never seen. It's going to be like a goddamn Chrysler factory up there. Hey, all they got is speeding tickets, DUIs, and 5 stars. That's it down there in Athens, all right? The Vols, the real TU, pretty good. Great uniforms, great history. Haven't been as great of recent years. Amazing NFL talent. A very, very passionate fan base, as you can tell by Twitter. Did I say those uniforms, dog? Those Rocky Top joints, the whites, the creamsicle oranges. They've got a lot of different flavors and a lot of different ways and a lot of different situations. I think Tennessee is a prime SEC team, right? Not going to be a lot of SEC teams because there's going to be a lot of historic teams in here. Not going to be a lot of SEC teams that are at the top, but, you know, I think Tennessee University is up there. Texas A&M, good. I really like the different uniforms. I know it's just maroon and different types of maroon, but if you get the throwbacks, the blacks, the black helmets, the white helmets, the maroon helmets, I mean, they're pretty smooth, man. I'm a Texas fan, so I hate A&M. Way more than I hate OU. But if we're talking about how good they've been garbanzo beans since Johnny Manziel was out of there. They haven't sniffed a national championship in God knows how long. So definitely would be interesting to go ahead and rebuild those cult leaders if that's what you're into. Lots of overalls, lots of cute puppies. Hey. Cute puppies. I'm not gonna be mad at the cute puppies now. Mizzou. Now, besides having Michael Sam, y'all forgot about Michael Sam, didn't you? I know you did. And old Drew the Man Lock. Mizzou hasn't really had a lot of real true success as of recent. Now, oh wait, I'm so stupid. Modern day Mizzou is actually a team to be. Oh man, if Mizzou didn't come out of nowhere last season and now has like a Blintnikoff potential wide receiver in Burden, is that his name? Dude's a dog. I'm just not good with names. If they weren't situated like that, they'd be a pretty good, you know what I'm saying, right there, right underneath elite category choice, because great uniforms, decent story. I haven't had the biggest and toppest of tiers when it comes to their actual, what is that called? What is it called? Success. They haven't had the top when it comes to success. So yeah, no, I think there's some situations, some avenues here where that could be a pretty fun time to give them some glory. Auburn, it's gonna be meh, too much history. They've seen a lot of NFL players. Like Auburn is an NFL team. That an NFL what's it called? Program. That's what Auburn is. They make NFL players. Them, you can say LSU. You can even Iowa when we did that Big Ten video. If you want to go check out that Big Ten video, did you like the video? By the way, did you subscribe? Do you know we're dropping daily college football 25 videos? I know you know that. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about that. NFL Factory Auburn is, but I mean they changed their uniforms by changing their face masks, which I think is pretty cool. I need something when I'm on season 17 and I've only won 2 national champions and I need that spark. An orange face mask isn't doing it for me, big dog. I'm gonna let you know that right now. LSU. Yeah, dog. Y'all just won the Natty. Y'all just had one of the most historic teams in all of college football, the most historic offense in all of college football. Wait, didn't Alabama wasn't Alabama? Well, they were more efficient the next year, but regardless, one of the most historic offenses and defenses sent the entire starting 22 and the punter, I think, to the NFL. Yeah, dog, don't use LSU. Don't. Uniforms are cool. Uniforms are pretty cool. Oh, man, I'm gonna go pretty good. I'm not mad at this. I like this. I think this could be a wave. This could be a motion. Now, right now, they're in and I guess it really comes down to how much you believe in Ole Miss. I don't believe in Ole Miss. I don't believe in Jackson Dart. I don't believe in Lane Kiffin as a head coach. I don't think he's a bad head coach. I think maybe he just needs a few more years. Maybe he just needs a different setup or whatever he's got going on. But this team that he's been wheeling out at Ole Miss, they're good. He's got an offense that works. That little RPO pistol joint, it's cool. Run heavy. Jackson Dart's a player. He's a guy. He's not an NFL guy though. So it's just you lose me, to be honest with you. Sorry, talking about the actual team when in relation to Dynasty mode, uniforms are crazy. Them powder blues, them real tech joints. Even though they're kind of corny, I still like them. And then they got some new white powder blues and the white and the 1 stripe, 2 stripe, 3 stripe, blue stripe. Ole Miss really got it. They haven't really had they've got some funny history. Another NFL factory, I would say. I mean, everything. The SEC is the NFL factory. Another team with a lot of funny things that have happened, and that you can look back and it's just. Go check it out. Go check it out, man. They're a fun bunch of guys, man. Dakota Rain Prescott. That's all I'm gonna say, to be honest with you. I'm also going to tell you that for a team whose colors are just maroon and silver, They've got some uniforms. Them Bulldogs. I think they're like the 18th Bulldog within the SEC. But that's not important. What's important is the maroon is smooth. It's nice. Mississippi State. But other than when Dakota Rain Prescott was out there at the reins, haven't really had the time to shine. So this would be a decent SEC team. And I think I'm really going to be my only S-tier team to go ahead and put up there. Not enough history for me to say that, you can't make some history. Florida. Now, here's my problem with Florida. Too many national champions, dog. They've done great things. They have phenomenal things. Their history is so good, and they need a real documentary, not whatever that bullcrap Netflix. Well, who did that? Who did that awful documentary where y'all left out the fact that Cam Newton was chucking laptops out the window and Aaron Hernandez was... Let's not get into it. Look, what I'm trying to say is cool uniforms. Really cool uniforms, but that's a shit show, dog. It's a prime SEC team that's a bunch of underperformers with a lot of talent. Another NFL factory that doesn't really mean anything. Arkansas, underrated. I think this is the most underrated team in the SEC when it comes to rebuilding. Nice uniform selections, amazing histories. Shout out Peyton Hillis. Shout out Run DMC. Or Darren McFadden. Yeah, DMC. There you go. Yeah, just a good time all around. Why not? You become a hog, dog. South Carolina, I lied. I know you want Kentucky to be up there. I know you want Vanderbilt to be up there because Vanderbilt is going to be up there. Oh, my God, I'm spoiling it. South Carolina, great uniforms, great selection. Haven't been able to up there. And this is a little personal thing, my high school, a guy that went to their, I think, what was his name? Dabo Sweeney. Not Dabo Sweeney. I don't know. I forgot his name. That's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, he went to school. He was a quarterback. Nice guy. Really cool guy. So I'm always going to put on for them. I really feel like South Carolina has almost been on the cusp of it. They've got some great history and great things like that. So I think they can be a good addition. Kentucky. Look, Kentucky is a great team, but they're too good as of late. They're right on the edge. Like Kentucky was always a joke as a football team. They've turned that around so quickly that we can't even really make that much fun of them anymore. So to be honest with you, it's a decent situation. I really like their uniforms, but it's not going to be elite for me. Vanderbilt is really the most elite. If we're being honest with you, this is how this is ranked. Vanderbilt is the laughing stock of the SEC. If you don't know about Vanderbilt, check them out. Cool uniform. They got the whole train aesthetic, the or whatever. What are they? Rockefeller chains and I don't know. It's cool. They got V's and gold and black. It's like they look like Power Rangers out there, and they get their asses kicked every single year, but they try their hardest. This is the SEC guide to your dynasty team. Look, man, if you're starting anywhere, I would start with Vanderbilt. You'd have the most unhistoric team. You'd have a great uniform selection. You'd have a team that never won nothing, not never. Mississippi State, sort of similar. They've had some funny times. Maybe you remake a Dak Prescott guy. Maybe you haven't fulfilled that legacy. South Carolina is a personal thing. It's technically should be, and I'm pretty good. But all the other things, man, don't get caught in the sauce of the SEC. A lot of historic teams, a lot of situations. I hope you enjoyed this video, though. Hope you enjoyed the situation. You let me know in this comment section and which team you would pick, which team you're picking overall. What game mode are you starting? Are you even starting with Dynasty? Are you starting with Dynasty? Are you starting with Road to Glory? Are you a nasty ultimate teamer, dog? Are you be cutting it up? Ah, man, that's some nasty stuff. But hey, man, you be amazing. You be blessed. You be beautiful. We'll see you next time. Go check out the Big Ten video. But I do the ACC video, man. We'll see you next time. How we doing, boys? How we doing? Chat. Oh, everybody's gone. Where everybody go? Not bad. Number 2, SEC knocked that. SEC knocked at. Sometimes, you really got to feel. I think this Big 12 one. This is really what Arizona logo is that? That is a crazy Arizona logo, dog. Where they do that at? You know what I mean? You remind me. You remind me. Yeah. College football so close I can taste it, feel it, breathe it, and really understand it in the air. We need a guide on what teams you should and you shouldn't get in Dynasty. So this is what this is for you right now, specifically for the Big 12. We're going conference by conference by conference. I've done the SEC, the ACC. I've done the Big 10 today. It's time for the Big 12. And I got to be honest with you. If you're looking for a team to rebuild in Dynasty with decent uniforms, a decent history, but not too dominant, not too boring, not too spammed in the national media, Colorado, this is the guide for you, man. So going to the SEC, these are some great teams to rebuild, and I'm going to show you. Arizona, I don't know who picked this, but S tier. Elite uniforms. Not a lot of history. Now that I'm thinking, golly, they always do this to me. I forgot Arizona is now good. They've got a great quarterback. Y'all got a great wide receiver out there. So for right now, it can only be an A tier because the S tier, if you don't know, is reserved for the toppest of the tier. That's great uniform, hasn't been great for a while, and fits the maximum level of funability and dynasty mode because I got you. I'm looking out for you. The problem with Arizona is they are starting to get relevant. They've had some decent teams as of late. They've sent some guys to the NFL. They usually haven't had a problem sending guys to the NFL, but specifically as of now, they're coming back up and seeing some of those Tate Martell. Hey, Tate Martell? Yeah, come on. If you're an Arizona guy, you know what Tate Martell is. But yeah, great uniforms. Did I say great uniforms? Going to Arizona State. Now, this is my S tier. Absolute dog water pass. Even Jaden Daniels, a future Heisman, couldn't do nothing about it. So I'm looking at this one more time. Yeah, this is the best uniforms in college football. Arizona State's crazy reflective pitchfork action. It's crazy, dog. Like I said, a lot of craziness is happening up there. The Jaden Daniels situation, just to go off for funniness. If you want some funny history, if you want some fun ability, if you want great uniforms, if you want to be able to rebuild a team that really ain't really seen nothing happen in them in they past, go ahead with Arizona State. I think that's going to be my strongest selection. Baylor, them Bears, dog. Now, actually, boom, switching down to B. They would be an A if we could use their throwback uniforms, but to be honest, the fact that the last two uniform switch-ups have been garbanzo beans, the very recent ones, which they just made it a little more decent in the last green bean or yellow bean banana boys, whatever they had going on. The banana boat boy is back there in Baylor. Whatever they was cooking, I ain't like it. I didn't like what them golden bears or whatever type of bears they were cooking. It was nasty, but you've had the Baylor's had their time in the shine. They've got their RG3s. They've had their bowl runs. But to me, the uniforms really throws me off. Boom! BYU, the Cougs. This is it's Utah. It's hilarious. Can I say it? Can I say the M word? I don't know if I can. Hilarious. That makes it funny. Not because I got anything wrong with those individuals, but just the whole college life of BYU is the funniest thing. Go look up a TikTok on how married all these people are. It's the craziest thing. It's like an anti-college up there. But what they do got is nasty uniforms. They've got a lot of ability and space to really, really take. Because I think some BYU teams back in the day had some history on them, dog. So let's not get it too twisted. But as of recent, and not the biggest and baddest dog. Shout out to Zach Wilson, though. Shout out to the MILF Hunter. Yeah. Cincinnati. I don't know, dog. I'm just bored. I'm just bored of Cincinnati, dog. Shout out to Sauce Gardner. Shout out to that Desmond Ritter. Shout out to that Bear Cat squad, that great defense, Kobe Bryant and them boys. I'm bored. Speaking of being bored, I'm sorry, dog. You can't use Colorado as dynasty. I want you to know I'm a Colorado guy. I'm a Deion guy, Travis Hunter guy. I'm from Georgia, so I'm not from Georgia. I'm from Texas. I live in Georgia, so I knew about Travis Hunter just at the high school level. Oh, dude's a beast type thing. So him going up, that's even cooler for me. So it's a different level of what I like. I'm always gonna be Colorado. I'm always gonna be going for Colorado unless they're going against the University of Texas. But saying that. Dog, I get it. I get that y'all are tired of it. And I agree. I got to be honest with you. As much as I'll defend and say XYZ elemental P, dog, especially not in this game with how they're ranking them and all this whatever stuff, keep it to yourself, dog. Colorado is a rebuild you do after they go 5-7 this season, right? When we get into January and we're bored, boom. This is a guide to know when to rebuild Colorado. That is what it is. Season's over. You're bored. You've rebuilt every single other Mountain West team. So, you're down to your itty bitty bits. Kentucky. I like Kentucky, but they've been pretty good as of recent. If you're of good as of recent, too good as of recent, and too many prospects, I can't do it. Uniforms make me a little uneasy. The font is like weird and bubbly. I don't know how I like about it. I don't know what a Jayhawk is. That scares me too. I'm afraid. I had a deep-seated fear of large birds as a kid, and can the Kentucky. Can the cans in the Kentucky, whatever it is, man, get it off my screen. Them Cougs. I like a lot. I'm not sure if you know this. I like a lot of Big 12 teams, dog. I'm a Big 12 guy, right? When Texas was, in my prime, and before they went to the SEC, Texas was in the Big 12. So, I was very familiar with a lot of these Big 12 teams. And speaking of another Texas team, I'm from Houston. Shout out to University of Houston. They've got great uniforms. I'm from Houston. I think it's a good selection. I think they haven't had too much success where you can go in there and really create some real deep history. Shout out Alex Chapman. That's tier. Is that okay? I appreciate you subbing. Look, man, like we told them, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you check us out live, man, and you can put your input in on it. My man Alex Chapman is subbing up simply and strictly because I got Arizona in S tier, and like I was explaining to the YouTube people, Mr. Chapman, elite uniforms. They haven't been as successful as of late. You've got some funny history. The Jaden Daniels situation. There's so many things that you can do to redeem that team, them Sun Devils, Cyclones, the University of Brock Purdy. If you don't know about Iowa State, and again, they're victims to the awful, terrible Nike reuniform. And it's really sad stuff that they kind of took a lot of the character out of some of these classic Big 12 uniforms to make them look quote unquote classic. But looking at Iowa State, man, they've had, first of all, they send some people to the NFL now. They ain't no slouch. I don't want to get it twisted. They're usually like a middle of the pack Big 12 team that sometimes pops up on that high end, right? So they've been able to see some success in the Big 12 as of late and in some years. So they're nobody to gawk at and skulk at. It's just this is like a second, third team you go in Dynasty, right? I wouldn't rush to get Iowa State. Iowa State's going. I think they're going to shock some people. They usually shock people in the Big 12. They stay relevant. Don't feel bad for them. K-State, The uniforms are I mean, I like the logo. It's a big ass cat. That's fire, dog. I like that. They don't do a purple, and I'm gonna skip over you, Oklahoma State, only because the team that does purple the betterest, the most bigliest, is them Horned Frogs out there in TCU. I think this is gonna be a decent team to rebuild. Obviously, they had to rebuild and are going through after their college football playoff run. Actually, sorry, national championship run. Hold up now. They got to the dance. They just didn't know what to do with it. So I think this would be an interesting one. Not my top of the list, obviously, clearly because they just made it to the dance. Like I can't look at you in the face and say that we ain't seen you in the national media. It's really about picking teams that either don't get the recognition or you won't see when you turn on your TV on Saturday unless you live in that state. So I think TCU is a decent one for a number 2 team, number 3 team. Wouldn't be too bad. Oklahoma State. Oh no. And I forgot about TCU. They did the same thing. Oklahoma State ruined some of the best uniforms in all of college football. They've got to be a B tier. Nike needs to. Y'all wonder why Nike lost all their money, huh? Down 8 trillion%, because of these awful cookie cutter uniforms. And we're gonna look back, and then we're gonna find out that. And this is my hypothesis. We're gonna look back and find out that all these teams and all these athletic directors, they came together and said, hey. We want to put logos on these jerseys, so we got to make sure they're as clean and as uniform as possible. I guarantee you, y'all can come back to this video. That's why Nike's doing that. They're going to look at the whole conference and say, we got to give out a Big 12, what's it called? A Big 12 deal with Arm & Hammer, and we got to give it to everybody because that's how brand deals work. That's just how it is. I work in marketing, right? I got to give it to everybody to get this max money. Everybody's got to have their top left patch cleared out. So I'm sorry, TCU. You can't have your cool horns. I'm sorry, Oklahoma State. You can't have your cool Paisley bandana print around your collar. Nike needs to be trialed for their problems. Texas Tech is in A tier. Great history. Patty Mahomes, duh. Cool uniforms. They're in Texas. Decent situation. You're in the Big 12. I mean, what's not to love and what's not to like? UCF, they're just too good right now, dog. They're just too good. They've been too good as of recent since 2017 when they really got their name. Before 2017, great time to rebuild UCF. Nobody knew what a UCF was except UCF fans, but they're a bit of a. Ever since 2017, they're like almost a little bit of a new age Oregon. That might be a little too big. Maybe like a new age. Trying to think of like a mid-major team that kind of came up that wasn't in the Big Four that people kind of like because they look cool and they have a cool story. That's UCF, right? So a watered down Oregon, Utah. Again, they're so good right now. They're so good as of recent. They might win the Big 12. I'm only putting them at A tier just because those uniforms are insane. The painted joints and all that. If that's in the game, crazy. I didn't want to do them to a double S tier. West Virginia, even after the upset, every uniform West Virginia's ever had has been great. Great history. Pat McAfee, Pat White. I mean, what are we talking about? Too much history, too much potential, too much ability to take West Virginia and turn them into a real deal powerhouse. I appreciate you showing that. If you needed a guide to pick and know which dynasty team to go with, specifically for the Big 12, Arizona State and West Virginia are my picks. Great uniforms, not too much recent success that you're not going to be bored of it. You're not going to see them every single time you turn your TV screen. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to rebuild these teams. So if you needed that guide, you got it here, man. I appreciate y'all sticking around. You get out of the comments and let me know what team I'm missing out on, what team I need to switch around, what team you're picking. Are you going Road to Glory first? Are you going Dynasty first? Talk to me. Let me know, man. All right, you be easy, you be breezy, you be beautiful. I appreciate you joining, and we'll see you next time. Okay. All right, this isn't. I'm kind of cooking right now. I'm kind of cooking right now, dog. Like this is some elite level stuff, chat. I mean, I'm on another level right now. I'm really cooking it up. I think I'm gonna skip out on the ACC because I want to do like Mountain West or something. I want to do something funky. You know what I mean? So bear with me here. Bear with me here, boys. Actually, just leave this right here. Bear with me here, boys. I think I want to find a Mountain West or maybe Conference USA. Or maybe American Conference. American Conference tier list. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go. American Athletic Conference. Oh, I need the updated John. I need that updated John. You know what I mean? 2023. I need that the most updated John. Mid-American. Oh, they got an FBS. That's confusing. Conference realignment tier list. This is interesting. Oh my god, this is crazy. This would be a crazy video. American Conference. Who's in the American right now, dog? Am I gonna have to make? I don't think they got one, dog. They ain't got one for the American. Let's go. Mountain West. (2021) I need that updated John. Mountain West. Let's try Sunbelt, I guess. Let's go Sunbelt. Because I want some like... Because idealistically, if you're doing a dynasty, you're going to pick some of the, you know. You know what I'm saying? You're going to really pick some things, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. What's the Mountain West looking like? 2024 Mountain West. Because I can do this Mountain West one. I can be in and out of here. What is it? I want to see. What's the teams in the Mountain West? What's the teams in the Mountain West? Talk to me. What's the teams in the Mountain West? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I think we're only missing one. Who are we missing? Boise State, UNLV, Fresno State, Air Force, Wyoming, Utah State, San Diego. Oh, wow, then we're just missing Hawaii. Okay, yeah, we can just do this. We're just missing Hawaii. Boom. Oh, whoa. I don't know what that was. All right, we're just missing Hawaii. Okay, boom. Got a Mountain West one. Just Hawaii. Can I edit that? Oh, I can. Give me Hawaii. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know we could customize these. I'm new to this tier list stuff, dog. I can't just let Hawaii. So let me just actually then give me one of them Sunbelt. I'm gonna just add it. I'm gonna just add you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just add to it. We're gonna do an American Conference one. Absolutely. Because American Conference I think is the most what's it called? I think that has the most diversity. Not only diversity, but I think oh my goodness, that's crazy. I think it has the most what's it called? The most obvious, but they got a Sunbelt. Oh yes, sir. That looks like updated Sunbelt. Gotta do the Sunbelt too. Oh yeah, we about to go stupid, dog. We about to go stupid. Gotta make sure that that's all the Sunbelt people too. Okay, it's weird. Let's go American Conference. Let's go American Conference tier list. Wow. You go. You. Is this that's in the American? Oh, I just realized I ranked. Oh no, because this is an old one. This is an old one. That's why. I was about to say Cincinnati's in the Big 12 now. Correct. Don't worry about Cincinnati being here. Don't worry about Big U of H being here either. Okay, let's see what the American Conference looks like in 2024. Let's check it out. Let's see what these boys look like. All right, so first of all, Army is in the American. I had no idea Army was here. Is UAB here? God, Army football logo. There go you, and there go you, serving your dreams. And all right, boom, and we need UAB football logo. We're making tier lists here live, boys. This is how we do it, you know what I mean? This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. All right, boop. Give me one of them. Did we get this in here? Get it in here. All right, we got it in here. Boom. Got Army in here. Got UAB in here. Okay, who else we missing? Army maybe this shit. God, what? Who picked these teams, man? The Charlotte 49ers. Here we go. Okay. Boom. Eastern Carolina. Cool. FAU. North Tech. Yo, the American is just completely different. Wichita State. Wichita. Hold up. Wichita State. I don't think they have a football team, but still, what the Navy? Oh, there's so many teams that this one is so bad. I might not be able to do the American, dog, because this is Wichita State. I cannot believe Wichita State is in the American. They probably always been in the American. I have no idea. American Athletic France tier list. This one's also bad. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make my own American. We can't do American yet. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. No American. So we'll just finish it off with ACC, Sun Belt. Do we have everything we need? Oh, we gotta check the Sun Belt. We gotta check the Sun Belt. Sorry, Sun Belt Conference. Gotta check it. Gotta check the Sun Belt Conference. All right, sorry, I just need the Sun Belt Conference. I hope these boys didn't change too much. Please, Appalachian State, yes sir. Appalachian State is gonna be a great. What's it called? This is gonna be the first video. This video is gonna be called the best conference to pick for a dynasty. College football 25's best conference for a dynasty, something like that. I don't even know. All right, Appalachia, boom. Arkansas State. Okay, sorry. Chanticleers. Yep. Georgia State or Southern. Sorry. There's Georgia State. JMU. Cool. Got it. Regent Canes. Got it. Yep. ULM. Got it. The Herd. Got it. Old Dominion. Where is Old Dominion? South Alabama. Southern Missouri. Boom, boom. Perfect. Sun Belt. Let's do it. We're going to start with the Sun Belt. Got the Mountain West updated how it needs to be. Beautiful. And then we got the ACC. As much as I say, the ACC does seem like a fun time. So we'll finish out with these last three. And then I think we can wrap it up. Somewhere we can be. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's take a quick break here. How y'all doing today, boys? How y'all doing today? Doing all right? Amen. Y'all feeling crispy? How we feeling? Talk to me. I think this one is gonna be the most fun. I really think this is where we have the good times. You know, this is where the good times get to rolling. You know what I mean? This shit is sorry, I got money. These things is delicious, boy. Mm-hmm. Sorry. Okay, check this out. College football 25 is basically here. If you need to know a great pack of teams to start Dynasty with, the entire Sun Belt Conference is a great place to start. Let's start with Arkansas State to be more specific. They have a waterfall not only in their field, but it's in the game. I'm sorry, dog. There's not gonna be a lot of other tier lists that have this many S tiers. S tier means they should be worthy of a rebuild, and worthy of rebuild means decent uniforms or great uniforms, right? Fun ability, and then fun ability. Yes, fun ability, and then how good you are in your history, right? Obviously, because these are Sun Belt teams, hadn't really been a lot of real deal success, unless you're talking about Sun Belt success, and that's not real success. JMU, they've been great as of recent. The uniforms are so elite though that you go to A tier. These boys got to the real deal Division One. They started wilding out. They said we need a bowl season. They said we need a bowl game. So they out there doing it big. I like what they got cooking. ULM, just kind of boring, dog. I gotta be honest with you. There's a better Louisiana school. I like the uniforms. They're cool. They're smooth, but it's just not all that for me. Troy, a little similar to, if there was a quote unquote blue blood or a known team in the world, especially because I live in the South of the Sun Belt, it'd be Troy. Everybody knows Troy. I mean, everybody knows someone who went to Troy. Calm down, dog. Raging Cajuns out there in Louisiana, Lafayette. Absolute nitty gritty, real deal football played at for them dang Raging Cajuns. Fun fact, homeboy, what's his name? Phil Filkerson, the duck lady dude, the duck call, the big beard duck, the old one who said he hates gay people. That one, yeah, he played quarterback for the Raging Cajuns. How cool is that? He was a backup quarterback. But that was fire. Georgia State. If y'all don't know, I did not go to Georgia State. If y'all don't know, I live pretty close to Atlanta. I did not go to Georgia State, but I lived 5 minutes away from Georgia State. And Georgia State is the worst school of all time. But they play some good football, man. They be surprising people. They also have really good uniforms. I think I can get down with the clown over there. They're a smaller school that you're gonna have no history with, right? You're gonna be able to really build everything with Georgia State. They haven't even really been a real deal football team for that long. Their football stadium is an old baseball stadium. That's the type of levels they on. Like, so it's not you got a lot of, and that's what makes them A tier too. You want to play in a baseball stadium? Have fun, dog. The Herd. Herd's going to be an S tier. Look, man, there's going to be a lot of S tiers. Marshall has a great history. Shout out to Randy Moss. Shout out to the other. Marshall produces some NFL players, dog. Marshall really be doing it. But more importantly, them uniforms, that green, the Herd, yuck. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. I think Marshall is going to be an easy list on mine. If only... now that I'm thinking about it as an A tier, I'm sorry, because so many YouTubers have already rebuilt Marshall. That's the only problem. You've seen it a lot. So I'm not going to sit here and act like a green uniform is better than a god dang water fountain on the football field every single time I score a touchdown. I just got to be real with you. Southern Missouri uniform's kind of boring. I like that Frank Gore's son went there. That's a cool little vibe. Obviously, this is a team that really hasn't seen that much success, not that much history, but it would be a great time to take the field. Appalachian State. Understand this. If you choose Appalachian State for your dynasty team, it's like choosing Goku, right? It's like being the main character. If you choose the Mountaineers, you owe it to the football gods, the college football gods, to be elite. The uniforms are great. The uniforms are updated. Their history is just being a lower level team that comes through and shocks big prime teams. You take them, and if you dare open Pandora's box and decide to rebuild the Mountaineers, undefeated, absolute elite level of football needs to be played. It's S tier, but it's not like S tier. Think about it, because another one is the Chanticleers. I love teal, dog. I love teal. I like putting a cock right on the side of my helmet. Funniness, uniforms, a teal field. What? Only thing closer to a having a waterfall on your field is just having a teal field. That's crazy, big dog. That's elite. Absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to South Alabama. I'll play with a quarterback who went to South Alabama in high school. They've got some cool uniforms. They got some chromes. They got some things. But for a smaller school, these boys be investing in some stuff. I think this is one of those ones that you're never going to hear about. You're never going to flip the TV and see them. I think they're a prime. If you really want to go for an unknown team that nobody really knows, that's the one. Not saying they're bad. Texas State. You don't know about them. The uniforms are clean. They're crispy. You can run the gauntlet in Texas. Imagine. And this is what I'm doing. If you take my idea, I'm going to run down there and find you, and I'm going to tickle your big toe, okay? I'm going to put, at some point, a dynasty in which all the Texas teams are in a conference, and we play a Super Texas Conference. Imagine you go to Texas State and rebuild the Bobcats, or not rebuild the Bobcats, but build the Bobcats to be an SEC-level talent threat. That's some elite shit, boy. I dream about it every day, and that's what we're going to do. Old Dominion. What is Old Dominion? Matter of fact, do they even have a football team, actually? I don't know. They look smart. Can somebody tell me what it's either smart or ism? Well, one or the other. Maybe both. Maybe it's smartism. You know, that. I guess that's kind of an oxymoron, because ignorance is bliss. No, I don't. Whatever. Georgia Southern. The uniforms are atrocious, dog. They're like the Alabama of Sun Belt for no reason. Actually a good program too. Them boys produce some dudes, some dogs, some guys. So let's settle this. Who is the best? The best S tier. The correct choice. Now, all three of those S tiers. I think those are great choices. Remember, good uniforms. They haven't been great as of recent. They don't have a past of domination, at least not as of recent. A tiers are always going to be great for your second rebuild, your third rebuild. B tier is when you get really bored. D tier, we better be on college football 27, and when you reach into that one, okay, dog. Chanticleers, is that even how you pronounce it? I don't know. The Cocks. That was way too loud. I apologize. Chanticleers, the teal, the fun uniforms, Appalachian State, the clean uniforms, the funny history, the legacy of having to dominate. Arkansas State, a fucking waterfall, dog. That's crazy. So this is how we're gonna do it, just like this. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Teal Field is fucking hilarious. This is the tier list. If you need a list, if you need some teams to pick in your first Dynasty game mode, these are your first three to pick. The goddamn Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Arkansas State, and the Mountaineers. These are a great choice down here. Don't sleep on ULM and Old Dominion. But look, man, this is my Sun Belt Conference. This is your Sun Belt Dynasty guide. So you start your dynasty the right way, man. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like on this video if you like it. Dislike if you didn't like it, man. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed it. What is probably one of my favorite conferences in all of college football. I think it's wacky, it's silly enough, and it's all a good time. Tell me in the comments. Tell me which one of these you had in your S tier. What team you're starting with in Dynasty, and are you starting with Road to Glory? Are you starting with Dynasty? What's the first thing you touched in college football 25? Holla at me, man. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Let's get along. Okay. Okay. Back in action. Sorry about it. What's next? Let's do Mountain West. Oh yeah. Yeah. To be honest with you, the ACC can eat a bag of cocks. We're not doing. We're not doing the ACC. We are not doing the fucking ACC. Nobody cares about the ACC. Jesus. Did you want to know what team to pick in Dynasty? Well, it's hard. There's a lot of criteria. Look, college football is here. We're itching. We're scratching. We want it. And to make your point easiest from point A to point B, to know an elite group of teams to pick for your Dynasty, specifically in the Mountain West Conference, we're here ranking them for you in a little bit of tier list. Now, I've got barely enough ball knowledge to let you know. Don't worry, man. I got enough for you to lead on the charge. We're going to get you strapped up, ready to go with the team with enough uniformability. That's not a real word. A clean uniform, a clean history, not too dominant as of late, and overall funability, and funny ability. Those are all three fake words. Air Force. Nobody wants to rebuild Air Force except me because I'm a degenerate, right? They are not like the other, what's it called? The Navies and the Armies are not a strictly triple option team. You've got some options there and there. Air Force does get some pretty cool uniforms. Not as cool as Navy and Army. I'm sorry, but still interesting. It's going to be something that not a lot of people are going to want to rebuild and do. Probably gets overlooked a lot, but Air Force is kind of like an interesting niche one that I think you can kind of get nasty with, man. Boise State's S tier. They've always been S tier. I don't care that they was the Statue of Liberty and they won they're elite. The uniforms are already elite. They release new uniforms. They're elite. They're out there in goddamn Idaho. What is an Idaho? I'm not even sure if Idaho's a real place. So the fact that you get to play in Kazakhstan is awesome. And then top that off with a blue field and an orange field. They have they got a chameleon field, dog. How do you not like that? How do you not love that? How do you not want more of that? I need more of that, Boise. So just give me a little more of that. All right. Colorado State, great uniforms. Absolute great uniforms. Not a long bit of history. They've sent some guys to the NFL, even as of late. My thing with Colorado State, the only reason why they're not S tier is because I think they're going to field a decent team coming up. I think they got some guys. I think they're gonna. They've got one of the best wide receivers in the nation. So I think they're too relevant. They're too relevant. Fresno is another A1 now for opposite reasons because they haven't been relevant, but because of their history, right? You've got the Adamses, the Cars of the world. There's a lot of fun things that you can get after it with these goddamn Bulldogs. I mean, I haven't really seen too much of their uniforms, not the craziest, but I think just because of Devontae Adams, the David Carrs, the Derek Carrs, that whole situation, I think there's enough, I think, fun history with Fresno State to be decent. And just now that I say it out loud, put it at B. That sounds like a beat tier. Nevada. Decent uniforms, clean. I don't know much about Nevada. It's hilarious that you're in Nevada. You're out in the desert. I think that's a cool time. You're the Wolfpack. They got them chrome helmets. Those are kind of crispy. Those are kind of flavorful. I can get down with stats. That's super cool. That's super crispy. But it's just not exciting me, man. It's not enticing me, man. It's not pulling me in. It's not grippy. It's not gripping me, dog. That's what I'm trying to say. Lobos. This is New Mexico. Clean uniforms. New Mexico is a clean place. You got enough recognizability that it's smooth and clean enough, right? I think you've got a lot of leeway to go there with New Mexico State. Decent, but not the craziest thing in the world. Not crazy. San Diego is going to be an S tier. Uniforms are crazy. San Diego's field is crazy. If I'm not wrong, they're another one with a colored field, just like UNLV. One of these two. Wait, let's fact check this. San Diego's. Hey, don't look at my home screen, dog. Don't do that. LV football fields. One of these. I think both of them have a crazy football field. UNLV's football field. Okay, UNLV's football field is just clean. What was the other one? Somebody tell me what the other one was. San Diego State. San Diego State. What's it called? What's that called? Stadium. Don't worry, I'm gonna let y'all see it too. I just gotta make sure because I had a mishap in San Diego State football. Okay, never mind. I lied to you. Neither of these have the things that I was talking about. Who has the gray field? Is that Washington State that has the gray field? I guess they're making a new joint. Oh no, this is a real deal spiel. Okay, that this looks like wow. Okay. Okay, yeah. And then we can go to. I'll show you. Who's his name? UNLV. Oh, they're Lily and Allegiant. I thought they had some. Anyway, I'm a liar. That's all that matters. Yeah, A tier. San Jose. I don't care about the Spartans. Utah State. I think it's an interesting story. I feel like when's the last time you've ever heard about Utah State, dog? Look me in the eye and tell me the last time you heard about Utah State. Is Utah even a state? Anyway, Wyoming. Shout out to Kanye West. No, sorry. Whoa. Because of Josh Allen, because of how ugly their uniforms are, and because of how funny their logo is, I'm conflicted. I'm mixed emotions all around in different emotions and circulations about this team, right? I think you've got some interesting, the whole cowboy aesthetic, right? And dressing terribly on the football field. It's cool. I get it. I think it's admirable. But other than that, man, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, there's no need for this, dog. I don't need this in my life. I don't. Josh Allen did it best. We got enough recent history. I guess do it if you want to do it, but also every other college football YouTuber has done it. S tier. Now, Hawaii is, I think, one of the coolest, most underrated dynasty teams to be able to rebuild. Because you see, with Hawaii, you're gonna have great uniforms from the past. You got great new uniforms. You've got the fact that your field is on a fucking island, dog. You play in Hawaii. That's enough. I always wondered as a kid, like how easy it must have been to recruit for Hawaii, because it's like, yo, you want to play football and be in Hawaii? Like, what? And I get it. Maybe in real life it's actually tough because you're a college kid and, you know, everything's expensive in Hawaii. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, if you wanted to convince me at 17 years old to come play for you, my D3 ass, if you wanted to convince me to come to Hawaii and you're your recruiter, You can say, yo, boom, check this out, B. Let's say you can play football, right? That thing you like doing. But watch this. Watch what I'm gonna do to him. Watch what I'm finna do to him. Do that, right? Do that football shit. You like, yeah. You think about that? That's tantalizing. You like that? You like doing that football shit? I know you do. Well, imagine this, nigga. Imagine if you did that football shit, right? But check this out. Imagine if you did that football shit on a goddamn volcanic island, nigga. Imagine if you did that shit in a place, in a space that could fucking explode at any time. Imagine if you could play football in every single white suburban American woman's dream vacation. You can be on the beaches of Hawaii and get absolutely destroyed by a trapping guard. What's better than that? There's nothing more beautiful. This is my tier list of teams in the Madden West. If you needed a guide and you were wondering what teams to go with in Dynasty, look no further than the S tier. Boise State, San Diego, Hawaii. I think they've got an elite collection of both uniforms, fun ability, and history that's hilarious enough to bolster some good times. You get in there, you get locked in there, and you do it bigger and better than you ever seen. If I see you touch Ultimate Team before fucking touching Dynasty or Road to Glory, we gonna have some problems. Get at me in the comments. Tell me what team should be in the S tier. Tell me what team you're rebuilding first in Dynasty. Tell me what you're doing, Road to Glory or Dynasty first. Get at me in the comments. We're dropping daily college football 25 videos, so subscribe, lock it in, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't like it, man, and we'll see you the very next time. The very next day. We did it. We ranked. We did a lot of rankings. We're going to do some more rankings tomorrow as well. Appreciate y'all coming by, chilling, wheeling, and dealing in the stream. This is where we're going to lock it up. I got to edit these videos, edit these shorts, and get at you the next time, all right? Appreciate you.